The new hit South Korean survival series has hooked viewers worldwide since its first release on Netflix September 17th. Netflix's Squid Game has quickly become famous worldwide, thanks to its attention-grabbing, intense story, unforgettable characters, and gorgeous design. A lot of detail and work went into crafting the cast's iconic outfits, writing the script, and building the extra detailed sets on the show. Costing around $16 million to make, the 9-episode series features some epic sets, inspired by children's games and being set in a Hunger Games-style arena located on an island, where 456 participants battle to the death for a considerable cash sum. Netflix Korea's interview with the show's director Hwang Dong-hyuk, art director Chae Kyung-sun, and actors Lee Jung-jae and Park Hae-soo revealed many behind-the-scenes information about the series. The discussion is an exciting look into how the team came up with creative ideas to make every scene in Squid Game more exciting than the last. From hiring Dalgona experts to having a machine pull the rope in a tug-of-war, here are the most fascinating behind-the-scenes facts about Squid Game. The director of Squid Game, Hwang Dong-hyuk, doesn't mention it in the interview, but he highlighted a series of fascinating facts about the show with the Wall Street Journal. Dong-hyuk, the director, first started writing the series over a decade ago, back in 2008, which happened to be when his own family was in a lot of debt. He captured the idea for the show from his own experiences with his family's financial debt and burden, along with his love for comic books while writing his story. However, his script for Squid Game kept getting rejected by studios, and people found it too violent, until Netflix picked it up because they thought the class struggles outlined in Hwang's work and spoke to reality. The Netflix hit was originally meant to be a movie. It must be hard to imagine the popular show jammed together into less than 2 hours, but that's precisely the dilemma Hwang faced when he first wrote the script. He felt restricted by the idea of it being a film, complaining how 2 hours wasn't even enough to cover all the games. Thankfully, it ended up being adapted as a series, which allowed the director and his team to add more stories to the storyline and introduce new characters. One of Hwang's favorite characters that wasn't even in the original script was Jun-ho, played by Wi Han-jun. The production for the show began early 2020, and all casting was completed by June. The Tab reports, and according to an Instagram post by cast member Hae-yeon Jung, filming had wrapped up by November. The first insight into the filming of the show is how the sets were all built from scratch. Lee Jung-jae, who plays Seong Gi-hun, noted how the custom-made scenery was almost dreamlike. However, the art director for the show, Chae Kyung-sun, noted how the sets weren't easy to achieve, explaining that the most effort went into the episode based on the real-life back alleys of South Korea, featuring the marbles game. Like all the sets, the doll who hosted the first deadly game, Red Light Green Light, is accurate and specifically created for the show. She has since been on display in Jinshan County in Cheongcheongbuk-do Province in South Korea. If you've seen the show, you know that there are many kinds of heartbreaking deaths in the show. Along with each player's death always ends up with the appearance of a black coffin and a bright pink ribbon on it. According to Chae Kyung-sun, the show's art director, she imagined what the mind of the competition's creator could potentially come up with and applied it to the coffin. Since the game creator thinks as if he's a god with power and mercy, he gives the players a final gift. It's as if the creator of the games is saying that the players' bodies being thrown in the incinerator is a betrayal of his mercy. The director suggested this specific color because he wanted it to combine the guards' hot pink uniforms and the frontman's all-black ensemble, resulting in pastel pink ribbons. The pink ribbon adds an element of creepiness to the show and has become an unforgettable image in the fandom. The guards in hot pink jumpsuits were originally planned to be Boy Scout uniforms. The writers decided to change them as the original Boy Scout-like outfits showed the men's figures too well, which defeated the purpose of making them look like ants in an ant colony. Hwang, the director, decided that the best way to cover up their entire body and achieve the image the creators wanted was through the jumpsuits, as it was the best way to keep the men anonymous. It was vital to be able to utilize the hood to hide their head too. While we're on the topic of costumes, you might think the actors must have been warm and comfortable in their iconic green tracksuits, right? Unfortunately, the tracksuits were not easy for the cast members to film in. The actors struggled with their attire during the scenes in the dormitories. Hwang described the material of the teal tracksuits as being similar to old gym clothes, which caused the set to become real dusty. Many actors had difficulty breathing because of the outfits, while others' faces turned red because of allergies. It also seems like they pushed through with the dusty costumes anyway, despite how troubling the material was for a few actors. In the show, Sae-byeok was first introduced as a random passerby who Gi-hun bumps into as he runs from his angry debt collectors. As Sae-byeok falls, she drops her iced coffee, which Gi-hun helps in picking and hands back to her. The director revealed that the scene was actually an improvised scene, with many detailed expressions all improvised into one shot. Lee Jung-ji, who plays Gi-hun, didn't realize at first that he was improvising, explaining that it became a natural part of the character they had built in Squid Game. Jung-ji revealed that Jung Ho-yeon, who plays Sae-byeok, is hiding her face and chuckling in the scene. So if fans look a bit closer, they'll see her shoulders shaking from laughter. Fans who were impressed by how realistic the character's struggles were during the tug-of-war round may be surprised to find out that it's because the game felt real to the actors. The director revealed that a machine was pulling from the other side during the scene, making it hard for the actors to fight back. He recalled how the actors tugging on the rope were all worn out after the scene. Lee, who has starred in several action films like Typhoon and The Last Witness, told the director that out of all the action films he's done, this is the most difficult scene he's ever done. Wang even joked about how Lee was almost getting knocked out during the filming. A fan favorite round in Squid Game is the levels where players have to lick shapes out of dalgona candies. According to the creators, this wasn't an easy game to film, as it was the most tricky prop to work with. Unlike the scenery, the honeycomb used for the second challenge was real. The set had a member in charge of making the honeycomb circles, which resulted in the whole set smelling like honey during the day they filmed the episode. There was a prop team that helped make the candies and assisted in stamping each one. For one episode, the creators had to bring in dalgona experts who could keep making the candies and churn out hundreds of them during the shoot. Furthermore, each actor had their own prop manager who would replace their props once they started melting or if they needed new ones for a different angle. Not only was the honeycomb scene pretty sweet, but the cast has a great relationship off camera too. Their Instagram accounts show how the cast members are all close friends off set. Kim Joo-young posted pictures alongside Ho Yeon-jung and Anupam Tripathi, noting that there have been eternal friendships made from the series. Despite the friendships made during the filming of the series, the experience wasn't always so wonderful, with Ho Yeon-jung noting how terrifying the Glass Bridge game was to film. Squid Game is an international success. What are your thoughts on this film and its cast members? Get involved and let us know in the comments section down below what you think about today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you have a great day today, and we'll see you in the next video.